Hello, good morning, class.
Good morning, Mr. Mason.
So today we'll be learning about the endocrine and reproductive system. Please pull up the PowerPoints.
So today, class, we're going to be learning about the Endocrine and Reproductive System project, and it's going to be presented by Dylan Nguyen, Jyde Manson, Tana Tran, and Charlie Lee. Before we learn anything about the specifics of the endocrine systems, first look at the organs of the endocrine systems, where it is. All the way at the top of the hypothalamus, then the pituitary, then the pineal, then the thyroid and parathyroid glands, the thymus, the pancreas, the ovary, the placenta, and then the placenta for the females during pregnancy, and the testicles in males. And here's a diagram. And then, what are the major functions of the endocrine system? The endocrine system is a system made up of glands that produces and secretes hormones that the body uses to maintain homeostasis. It plays a role in regulating mood and growth and development, tissue functions, metabolisms, and sexual functions, and reproductive processes. Now, here's a video of two young men's hormones acting crazy and regulating their mood.
Did you steal the test?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You heard?
Yo, dude.
What are hormones and what do they do? Hormones are regulatory substances produced in an organism and is transported in tissue fluids such as blood or sap to stimulate specific cells or tissues into action. In response to a signal from the brain, hormones are secreted directly into the blood by the glands that produce and store them. These glands make up what is known as the endocrine system. What are the major organs of the endocrine system? First, hypothalamus. It coordinates both the autonomic nervous systems and the activity of homeostatic systems. Then the pituitary gland, the major endocrine gland which secretes 9 hormones that control the growth and actions of other endocrine system glands. Then the pineal gland, a gland behind the third ventricle of the brain that secretes hormones in the humans. Then the thyroid gland in the neck that secretes hormones regulating metabolism. The cell of the gland produces thyroxine, which is made up of the amino acid tyrosine and iodine. Then the parathyroid gland, it regulates calcium located behind the thyroid gland in the neck. The parathyroid gland secretes a hormone called parathormone. And then the thymus gland, a lymphoid organ situated in the neck of the vertebrae that produces T cells, which are white blood cells. And then the adrenal gland. It produces hormones that help the body control blood sugars and burn proteins and fat, reacts to stressors like a major illness or injury, and regulates blood pressure. And then the pancreas. It converts the food we eat into fuel for the body cells. Its function in the endocrine system is to control blood sugar. And then for the females, there's the ovaries. They produce eggs for fertilizations, and they produce the reproductive hormones, estrogens and proestrogens. And then on top of it is the uterus. It sends hormone signals to the ovaries. The uterus is where the fertilized ovum is nurtured, which develops into the fetus and holding it till the baby is mature enough for birth. Then for males, there's the testes. It produces sperm and to produce hormones, particularly testosterone. The endocrine system is everywhere, and the chemicals produced by the systems act in a variety of ways on every cell of your body. The endocrine system works with the circulatory system because it works as the transport system for the endocrine information. It basically works with the circulatory system to send hormones throughout the body where they can be received by various organs and cells, and are then put to use through bodily functions. Next is the nervous system. It works with the nervous system by sending the hormones to cells and thereby causing physical reactions. These hormones provide feedback to the brain and affect neural processing. Lastly, the one we're going to talk about is the digestive system. It works with the digestive system through the pancreas, which produces the hormones insulin. The pancreas, which is part of the endocrine system, produces the hormone insulin to regulate how fast the sugars are constantly broken down. Therefore, insulin regulates the amount of sugar in the blood. Comparisons to hormones of other organisms with the endocrine system. Hormones are chemical substances secreted by big animals and humans from the endocrine gland, and the hormones produced can be compared to pheromones in animals, which are special chemicals secreted by animals, for example, the deer. Pheromones are secreted by the female deer for the purposes of sexual reproduction. Pheromones act as messengers to attract male towards the female, which aids in reproduction. Now here's a video with Charlie spraying Axe, which is the pheromones that attract the other deer.
I wish you would pay more attention to me.
Three diseases that affect the endocrine system. First, diabetes mellitus. It is a disorder of carbohydrate metabolism characterized by the impaired ability of the body to produce or respond to insulin and thereby maintain proper levels of glucose in the blood. Next, Addison disease, which is a rare disorder defined by destruction of the outer layer of the adrenal glands, which are hormone-producing organs located just above the kidneys. Next, pheochromocytoma tumors, which are most often non-malignant and cause abnormally high blood pressure because of hypersecretion of substances known as catecholamines. 4 fun facts.
Hey, didn't see you there. But did you know there are 30 hormones in the human body?
Hey, did you know that diabetes was once diagnosed by tasting urine? You have diabetes. Hey, did you know that plants produce hormones without the endocrine system?
Oh hey, I didn't see you there. Did you know that hormones are the reason why your arms are the same length, and you can turn food into energy? And it's the reason why you grow during puberty.
Reproductive system. What are the major functions of the female reproductive system? The female reproductive system has 2 functions. The first is to produce eggs, and the second is to protect and nourish the offspring until birth. What are the major functions of the male reproductive system? The male reproductive system's function is to produce and deposit sperm into the female reproductive tract during sex. Humans have high level of sexual differentiation in addition to differences in nearly every reproductive organs. Numerous differences typically occur in secondary sexual characteristics. Similarities of the male and female reproductive system. The primary function of the reproductive system of both male and female is to produce sex cells and to ensure the growth and development of offspring. Both experience maturation in their reproductive organs, which become functional during puberty. Now, the differences. Female and male genitalia are different in the organs and function of the organs. Sex cells in females are created in the ovaries, where eggs are formed. Sex cells in males are created in the testes, where sperm is formed.
Okay, now this is a diagram of the male and female reproductive systems. So in the female organs, there's a labia majora, which is a larger lip-like external structure that covers and protects sexual structures. Then there's a labia minora, which provides protection for the clitoris and the urethra and vaginal openings. Then there's the clitoris, which is a very sensitive sexual organ located in front of the vaginal openings. And in the vagina, it's a fibrous muscular canal leading from the cervix to the external portion of the genital canal. And then there's the uterus, which is a muscular internal organ that houses and nurtures female gametes and after fertilization. Then there's the fallopian tubes, which is a uterine tube which transports egg cells from the ovaries to the uterus. And then there's the ovaries, which is a female primary reproductive structure that produces gametes and sex hormones. Now, for the male organs, there's the penis, which is the main organ involved in sexual intercourses. And then there's the testes, which is the male primary reproductive structure that produces male gametes and sex hormones. Then there's the scrotum, which is an external pouch of skin that contains the testes, and the ejaculatory duct, which is the duct formed from the union of the ductus deferens and the seminal vesicles. And then there's the urethra, which is a tube that extends from the urinary bladder through the penis. And then there's the seminal vesicles, which is the glands that produce fluid to nurture and provide energy for sperm cells. Now, how the reproductive system works with others. So it works with the endocrine system because, well, first of all, the specific endocrine organs of the body help orchestrate virtually all reproductive functions, and without them, the gonads would never mature to adult functional status during adolescence, and gametes would not be produced. And subsequent effects mediated by gonadal hormones would fail to occur. Now, the skeletal muscles too increase in size and mass and becomes capped. They promote adult stature and are responsible for musculoskeletal changes that distinguish the sexes anatomically. It works with the skeletal system because once the reproductive system gonads are up and running, they in turn start producing hormones that not only cause maturation of their own system's accessory organs and help maintain gametogenesis, the skeleton becomes taller, heavier, and denser, and in females, its pelvis is shaped to accommodate birth. So, major comparisons to the organisms. For humans, we produce sexually. We need sperms to be fused with the egg, and for reproduction of flowering plants, it needs winds or insects to help it to reproduce, and the pollen grains will be fused with the ovules, and it produces sexually and asexually. And for fish, some fish reproduce by laying eggs. The methods of reproduction in fishes are varied, but most fishes lay a large number of small eggs, fertilized and scattered outside of the body. And then for the reproduction of plants is either asexual or sexual. And asexual reproduction in plants involves a variety of widely disparate methods for producing new plants identical in every respect to the parent. And then sexual reproduction depends on a complex series of basic cellular events involving chromosomes and their genes. And for the female organs in the plants, there's a pistil, which is the collective term for carpel, and each carpel includes an ovary or ovules in the female reproductive cells in the eggs. And then for the males, there's a stamen, which is the male reproductive parts of the plant. For the three diseases that affect the reproductive system, there's the syphilis, which is a sexually transmitted disease caused by bacteria. And syphilis is transmitted from one person to another person by direct contact with syphilitic sore. And for chlamydia, it's an STD that can affect both men and women. It causes serious and permanent damage to women's reproductive system. And for the erectile dysfunction, which is the inability to keep an erection firm enough for sex. Yeah. 4 fun facts.
Oh, hey there. Did you know that 1 in every 2,000 women have double uteri?
Hey, did you know that the sperm is the smallest human body cell and that the egg is the largest human body cell?
You know that in a woman's lifetime, she will ovulate 300 to 400 of the 1 to 2 million eggs she's initially born with. And on the other hand, a man will produce over 500 billion sperms. That's far more gametes than any woman has ever been born with.
Did you know that every woman's vagina has the same pH level as a tomato at 4.5?
Right, now that we've learned about the systems, here's a quiz. Which one is a major function of the endocrine system? A, produce egg cells, B, break down food, C, secretes hormones, or D, maintains breathing. The answer is C, secretes hormones. Which of the following is not a job of hormones? A, influence the functions of the immune system, B, coordinate your metabolism, C, coordinate your growth, or D, carry offspring until birth. The answer is D, carry offspring until birth. Which of the following is a major organ for the endocrine system? A, your kidney, B, your ear, C, your nose, or D, hair. The answer is A, your kidney. Which of the following body systems do the endocrine system work with? A, your nervous system, B, digestive system, C, urinary system, or D, respiratory system. The answer is A, nervous system. Which of the following is an endocrine system disease? A, Addison disease, B, asthma, C, diabetes, or D, malaria. The answer is A, Addison disease. What do males and females reproduce in the reproductive system? A, pollen and stolon, B, eggs and sperm, C, hormones, or D, tears. The answer is B, eggs and sperm. Which one is not a female organ? A, the clitoris, B, the fallopian tube, C, labia majora, or D, seminal vesicles. The answer is D, seminal vesicles. Does pollen come from the male or female part of a plant? A, male, B, female, C, both, or D, neither. The answer is A, the male part. Which one is a reproductive system disease? Erectile dysfunction, B, diabetes, C, breast cancer, or D, athlete's foot. The answer is A, erectile dysfunction.